Hello everyone, today I'm gonna cover WeBull Canada. How do we set up it? What does it offer? How does it look and feel? So let's get started. So WeBull, I'm gonna go to the platform's desktop app. There are two options mainly to download it. One is for Windows, another is for Mac. Since I'm working on a MacBook, so I'm gonna download the Mac version of it. It's gonna save it on my downloads. It's like 300 or 400 MB, 350 MB. It's quick to download. I'm gonna open that, double click here. Now it's asking me to set up it as an application. There you go. I already had one set up, so I'm gonna just say replace this time. Now let's go to the finder, to my applications, double click this should open my WeBull. So this is the default version of WeBull, what it offers. So basically you have a watch list, whatever the tickers you recently watched, all the stocks you added, and you can create your own watch list. This is the section where you actually trade. So for example, if I have to trade anything, like which I traded CDT on the Friday, so if you click here, it's gonna open the chart, and then you're good to go. So first it will ask you to log in. I have logged out, so you can see it's like there is no account showing. But if you had an account, it will show your account from where you will be trading. It could be your TFSA, cash account, margin account. So yeah, so the first widget by default I have is the course, which is giving me the different options or parameters about the stock. So generally I don't use those much, but I just want to give you the default view of it. The good thing about WeBull is the order book and the volume and times and sales. So when you have the order book, it's like L2 data, which will give you an idea what is going on the current stock, right? And the time and sales, again, what is being sold at what time, and how many sellers were there, how many buyers were there. You will get all the data. The third or the fourth useful widget is the orders and the position. So if I buy something, it's gonna show me the positions here. Now talking about the trade and turbo trader. So trade is something you can set in your settings. If you're not using, of course, hotkeys, so you can just simply click on, let's say, 50 shares and click buy. So if I've already logged into it, it will turn to buy. Now it's showing login. So then you will directly able to buy 50 or 100 shares, whatever the price it could be. You can change the manual input to ask, bid, or you can put your price something like this. So depending upon your comfort level, I generally keep it like the ask price to easily buy it, and buy it, uh, or I just use the hotkeys. So to setting up the hotkeys, you go to the settings, you have hotkeys, then you go to trade, and they have created a separate section of your hotkeys. Then you can customize your own hotkeys, what you want to do. So the first setup, what you are doing is, by default the extended hours will be no. So for example, if I want to buy something, I will say, okay, I'm gonna buy 10 shares at the ask price because I play momentum. So I'm gonna add some offset to it, which is like I am comfortable buying if the ask price plus 5 seconds are there, and I will be working on the extended hour window, which is like before 9:30 bell, starting from 4 a.m. to 9:30, and of course to the after hours. So you can say done. So same is with the selling option. Let's go back to the other windows what WeBull is offering. This is the window. Since this is WeBull Canada, they have two parameters. One for Canada window, where you can see all the index charts, you can have the market preview, you can see the popular stocks, you can see the top options, you have the column which will be populated. You can change that to a 1 day or 5 days chart. It will show you the top gainers, which is useful, and then it will show you the top loser as well. And since I'm working with US and Canada, so there is a separate segment where you can go to and check all the stocks for the United States. Same, you have the index chart, you have net inflow, market overview, which is usually very important when you're starting your day, to just to have a feeling the sentiments of the market. Then you have a news section which will give you all the trending news, maybe not very frequently or not all the tickers will be there, but yeah, so the general news will be populated here. So if you see, I have a section where I'm just clicking on the IPOs, and it will show you the upcoming IPOs, also what are the available IPOs, right? The same thing on the other window. If you see on my left side, there is top, active, and other things. I usually uh, use this one pretty often, which is like top gainers. So last day, or I'll say last Friday, these were the stocks which were like momentum stocks, and everyone was jumping on it, right? MGOL, it's a penny stock which went to I think point 0.7 price, and then dipped, then went up, then dipped. People were making money out of it, and then CDT was one of the leading gappers, and then there was Farm as well, because Farm had a news something related to this stock, and which helped him to move a lot. Okay, moving on. You have different type of screeners, right? So like if you go by the screeners, you can come with all the options you can do it. For example, if I go to my screeners, or let's say stay to this, I generally work with United States of stocks. I will say I don't want this. Okay, so let's go by this, what I generally see. I'm gonna remove this and say if the volume is greater than 9 million, show me all the stocks. So it will filter down all the stocks, and then I can say I just want the last price to be in the range of $1 to $10 only. So you can save this as your own screener, which will be handy when you are trading. The cool part about it, like the spark line. So let's say if I am interested into BBAI, sorry, which is one of the leading tickers of last week. It's like it went to $9 from $4 and still moving. So I can simply see the graph by hovering on the spark line, and it will give me a nice view of it. So here you can see on 1 minute chart at around um, like uh, February 7th, it went to $9.1, which was the high of the day, and then it dipped to $8.71 as well. So it's pretty handy, like you don't have to open everything and then see and check what is happening. You can just be on your watch list and check these stocks. It's pretty cool feature in my opinion. Then you have your custom view. You can have a 4 widget, or let's say 4 chart um, page where you can monitor 4 charts, right? Then there is an account where it will show you the PL of the day, your account balance, whatnot. Again, if you're a beginner trader, you don't know where to start, I'll say that Webull offers a paper trading, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. It's a go-to thing, right? So if you're starting new, start with the paper trading. The only catch on paper trading is you can't use the hotkeys, and your orders might be delayed, like filled with a delay. For example, on real trading, your price is there, you click your hotkeys, boom, you have your orders. But on paper trading, it might be delayed by 5 seconds, right? Which is not good, but not bad as well. You're using your fake money. It's not a real money. It's for your practice whether you are making a right move in the market or not. Then you have option trackers as well. I don't think they allow trading options, but you can have a trading, option trading as an option where you can see all the details. The cool part is if I go back to my custom, or let's say if I want to search anything, this is one of the leading stocks of last week. It dipped, but yeah, so it has some momentum. Maybe it can go up, but that's not the point. So if you search for a stock, it gives you a window where it says stocks. It will search in the stocks. Now you have the all the options. Like first thing is indicators. You can add your indicators from here. For example, I want to see the volume, which will be added here, and most of the people want to see VWAP, right? So you can have your VWAP here, and then you can change the style of the VWAP, whatever color you want, whatever you want, right? So let's say most of the people are interested in moving averages. So moving averages is added here. I'm gonna add two types of moving average. Let's say I'm not interested in 10 or 5. I will make it 20 and 200. Go back to the style. I'll add this. I generally work with blue line on the top and black line if it is a white background, or a white line if it is a black background. So I'll make like this to separate between EMA and MA. So my MAs are kind of a dotted line, so I'll make it like this. So yeah, so you see now my 1 minute chart. This is my MAs now, so it's easier to identify like that. So you have your indicators here. Now about the drawings, you can have your drawings. I'll move to a little bit of let's say higher time frame so that I can show the drawings correctly. So let's say you want to build something which is like a parallel line or a trend channel. You can say this is what I want to make a trend. So it's like 2 button click, it will show you the trend, what is happening. I mean, you can do that manually as well, where you can go to a trend line, pick a dot, then you can extend it here, right? And then you can click here again, or you can say stay in drawing mode. So you can click this two lines, or then you can connect anything lines like this. Again, there are a lot of options you can explore with. My first or go to drawing is the Fibonacci series, which is helpful on a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart, where you can find what is happening. So if I go here, let's say this was the high. So simply it's not like I'm not teaching how the Fibonacci works, but I'm just telling you how to draw it. So this will give you all the levels, and you can customize your levels as well. So for example, if I go here, what is the point, what is the proportions, you can customize it, make your colors better. So one thing what I do is display the values on the lines. So this is easier for me to differentiate the levels and what are the price I'm looking for. Okay, so now moving to the line style or the candle style. I generally work with the hollow sorry hollow candles. So this is how it looks like. But my custom layouts are generally the black background. So the sense I just wanted to make a video, so I deleted everything. I'll customize my layouts again, and maybe I'll be able to show that. Yeah, so now you have grid options where you can add charts, you can move to multiple charts as well, and then you can the one of the cool features is sync, right? So it will help you what you want to sync. You want to sync the symbol, you want to sync the time, you want to sync the indicators and the crosshair. So as you move your cursor here and there, it will move the same crosshair on all the things. So generally, let's say if it's a symbol, I don't want to keep the same time frame. So this will be my 1 minute chart, um, and this will be my 5 minute chart, and this will be, maybe I look for 15 minute chart. So this is how my charts will look like now. Compare, so the other option is compare, which I generally don't use much. If you know, it's like it's not a investment for a year or something, but it's pretty, it's pretty easy to understand. Like you click on S&P, it's gonna compare S&P versus your stock. So I'm gonna skip that, and then if you like your chart layout, you can save that layout, and boom, it's easier for you to next time use that. So for example, you don't want something which is like turbo trader. You can delete the turbo trader by going to the option, right clicking that, and say remove, right? And let's say, if I want the chart options like to be different, so I can say my chart background should be black, right? It's not looking good right now, but I'm just trying to give a something. For example, let's make this as white and flashing opening. So I'm gonna give all the prices on my axis, so it will give me all the low and high on the chart itself. I don't have to look for the codes, right? And let me make this a little less black, which will be useful. So now this looks a little bit good, and I'll say done. Then I can go to settings, and here is the dark mode. So in general, in your themes, you can say I don't like the white mode, I'm gonna work with the dark mode. So this is one of the dark modes, and then there is a black dark mode. So the first one is the white, the middle one is like a kind of a bluish tone, and the third one is like black. So let's say I work with black, right? And then I customize all this. If you like it, you can go to the layout, give it a name, and save the layout, right? So before saving, you need to log into your WeBull account, and then you will be able to save it, right? So now what happens is, if it get resets, you can just come to the layout and say the customized layout is starter. So if you click that, it will always open the same one, so you're not losing what you like. Okay, that's it for today. This is my first ever video. The second video I'm gonna do is what is good and bad in WeBull Canada. So hit a like button if you really enjoyed my video. Thank you.